Hey everybody, just chilling out at home. Last night I was in the gear room and I usually keep like a box of knives. They're getting kind of dull, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll sharpen and strop some knives. So I went through and I was start sharpening and stropping a bunch of my different various knives. And normally when I'm down there and I'm stropping and honing and sharpening, when I get done with a knife, I'll either make some curls or sort of a feather stick. All right. I've gotten to where here lately, on the feather sticks, I get so sick of trying to get them to stick to the stick that I just wind up with curls. And curls just, I don't know, they seem to work better for me. But anyway, the old wheels got to turning, and I got to thinking to myself about feather sticks and curls and ferro rods and striking with ferro rods. Got to thinking about being at home. Got to thinking about how I've been on YouTube 10 years now, and I've probably been tagged more than anybody on YouTube. And the thought occurred to me, I had an idea for a video, and then the thought occurred to me that I've never started a tag. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do it. You know, everybody's stuck at home. This will be a good one. Now, the thing about this tag is you video makers that want to make a video out of it, that's great. And you that don't make videos, go ahead and try this anyway, because this is kind of fun for bushcrafters. But my idea is, the idea is 6 fires in less than 60 seconds. Okay. Now, this is not start to finish making a complete fire. Okay, what this is you're going to prep with wood curls, okay, and then you're going to strike. You're going to have 6 piles of either feather sticks or wood curls. Now, wood only, okay, and then strike. See if you can turn a spark into flame 6 times in less than 60 seconds. All right. Now, the idea behind this is everybody loves ferro rods. Okay, these things are great. And, you know, I have other fire methods, you know, the bow drill, flint and steel, and maybe the hand drill. The older I get, the less stamina I have. I've started having trouble with a hand drill in my old age. So I'm glad I got that on video a few years ago. But anyway, with a ferro rod, all right, people carry cotton balls, they carry wax makeup pads. Those work great. If you can find dry grass or crumbled up leaves, or cattail fluff, that's great too. But a lot of times all that stuff's not available, and fat wood's not always available, and birch bark is not always available. But what's always available? Wood. Alright, and hopefully you always have your knife, and there's always wood. You can make curls, you can strike that. Alright, so to me this is sort of a practice exercise and kind of a fun thing to see how efficient you can become at turning a spark into flame with wood. Now, I have one little trick that I'm going to show that I have discovered not long ago, and it's something that I hadn't done for years, and it just kind of came to me, and I'll show you about that. It's about making, because you know some people, they'll make thick curls and thin curls. Well, this is a trick of just, it's actually using rotten wood will take a spark better. And we'll get more into that later, but yeah, wood only, ferro rod, 6 piles, light them, 6 of them, get them flame going in less than 60 seconds. Alright, wood only, no fat wood, no other kind of accelerant, wood only. Alright, we'll make it clear. And also want to make it clear, if you don't want to make a video on it, just practice this. Just see if you can do it. But if you want to make a video, I think that'll be great. I don't know if anybody will or not, but if you do, I'll put your channel name in my description box and say that you're tagged. Okay? So, I guess let's take all these different knives and go over there and just start making a mountain of curls. I got a box full of various knives here that I'm going to use. Kind of get the feel of, see how which ones work best. And kind of show you some different knives. I'm going to lay this green thing down right here so that as the curls fall off, which I know they will, I'll be able to catch the bulk of them down here on this green thing here. So let's start out with a Mora cans bowl. I didn't even sharpen this, I just stropped it. That's got the factory edge on it. So let's see how it does. It's doing pretty good so far. See, I've already dropped a bunch of them down there. And then these right here, I'll just throw them on that green thing right there. Alright, let's try another knife and another piece of wood. This is a Condor Woodlaw. It's got a real wide Scandi on it. So let's give it a try and see how it does. That seems to be doing pretty good. Woodlaw. Mora Garberg. Full tang Mora. Now this one I have not actually ground this edge at all. I have not sharpened it on a stone. All I've done is strop it. That's the factory grind. So let's see how it does. See, I've still got the micro bevel on this thing. That's pretty good. Now another one of those tricks that's well known that several people mentioned on that last video of mine is to make dust. You just use the sharpened end of the spine and you can make real fine shavings. And see if you can make a bunch of those. Make a bunch of those and you can put those on top of your curls. You can really get fire, turn a spark into a flame with this. It'll take a lot of these for 6 fires, so that's where I'm fixing to show you my other neat little trick. All right, because see these coarse curls here? Those ain't great. Things, you need a lot of them like this to take a spark, but there's another way that's kind of foolproof. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. But these shavings, this is just a common Mora. It's a Mora Companion. Now this one I have completely taken to a stone. And I got rid of the little micro bevel. This is a true 100% Scandi grind now. Because when I got this, I think this was a Companion. And it came in a unusual sheath that's got like a MOLLE attachment. And if you asked me how to order this or how to buy it, I don't know, because I bought this in person at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And they had all the common Moras there with the plastic cases. And this was sitting there with this unusual MOLLE looking case with this little bungee looking thing on the back. And I'm like, I gotta have that. So I bought it, and I don't know the name of it. But the blade was completely black, even the sharpened part here. So I took it to a stone and got rid of that. So I don't know the name of that. You might could find it online. But anyway, let's show you something right here now. Let's say, for example, we're making let's say we're making just these common curls here. we're curling away, curling. Remember that song, rolling, keeping doggies rolling. Rawhide. All right. So we got all these common yellow wood looking shavings. Okay, some of these you can tell there's a difference in, you know, some of them's got kind of a red tint, some's got a yellow tint. Anyway, I'm throwing all them down there. Now, here's the trick I was going to show you about igniting. Okay, if you'll find wood that is browned on the outside, these make wide, thin, fluffy shavings. And what you want to do, now they're rolling off everywhere. I'm going to have to do a better job of saving these. These, I don't know what it is, but this rotten wood automatically turns into absolutely the thinnest fluff you've ever seen in your life. So let me get, I'll put another piece of wood here. My chopping block's kind of at an angle here, so I'm gonna try to catch these. I'm gonna put them in a separate box because this is the trick I was telling you about how making it light better. This will be the stuff that you'll put up there at the front where your ferro rod's gonna strike. Now see, as soon as I start getting into the solid wood part, it gets a little bit thicker. All right, now I'm gonna hold these up to the camera here in just a minute, show them to you. I see the brown is just about gone on this one. Now, see, let's see if I can pick these up. These are just thin, because it's the nature of the rotten brown wood on the outside that doesn't allow it to curl up thick. So I'm gonna put these, I'm putting these separate because once I put the curls down, these will be at the forefront of the pile where I'm going to be directing my sparks. So, now if they're mixed in with a few more little things, ain't that big a deal. Next up, Bushcraft Black. Mora Bushcraft Black. I keep it in with my Ontario SP53. I don't believe I've taken this into a hone. I've just stropped it a whole bunch. Let's just take a whole piece of wood right here and see if we can get some more of this brown stuff off of it. You want them as thin as possible. Now this knife is kind of gliding across the wood because it's still got that micro bevel. It's taking a little more effort. But I am producing very fluffy wood shavings. Because see, you turn this around here to where it's still got some wood on it. So you're getting some serious shavings now. Serious shavings. That's the kind of stuff that you want to sit on the top of your pile. But I'm not going to make a whole lot of this. Of course, that's a good way of getting air to your fire. I'll try a different knife. I got one more I want to show you. This is a Martini made in Finland. I have a big one and a little one. This one, I can't remember the name. It might be called a Big Game Hunter. And I can't remember what the other one's called. The other one's a neck knife. But all of the Martinis that are made in Finland have a Scandi grind. And that's a very underrated knife. Very underrated. So let's see if I can get some more of those light brown fluffy things off of here. Yeah, see, these are real thin. More of these the better. Bad thing is I don't have a whole lot of these that are rotting on the outside. At least not laying around the house. I don't. As long as the wood is rotting here, you know, I'm going kind of deep here on this. Flip it around. I see. I can tell the difference in it right there. I'm starting to get to some more solid wood right there. Very, very light and fluffy. Those go in the box. Well, let's see how the martini does. Well, hold on. Let me get all of this up. I don't want to mix this in with the regular stuff. I'm trying to get as much of that fluffy stuff as I can. Let's see how it does on the solid wood. Pretty much went through that piece of wood. That's a factory martini edge. You can see what it's done to it. You could probably basically, you know, I may make that one of my piles right there. I'm gonna set that to, well, I don't know. These big shavings here, I'm probably going to have to crush them up into little shavings. Of course, they'll let air in. Let's see how the martini does on some small shavings. See, that grind on that martini, you can either be real delicate with it or you can be real harsh with it. Yeah, maybe. So here's one more that I forgot about that was in the house. And this is I've got the Bushcraft Black attached to my machete sheath. Well, this is a Bushcraft Forest, and this is brand new, untouched by me. This is a Mora factory edge. So, see how it does. That seems to do pretty good. I would hope so, because it's a Mora. And Mora knows more about sharpening than I do. Alright, getting them light fluffies right there for sharpening. As long as it's rotten is good. As long as it's dry, that's good. If it's rotten and wet, you don't want it. A lot of people will just overlook a log that everything's brown on like that. But that's excellent for fire starting. So there's another big handful of the actual fire starting. Like I said, this will be the good stuff for taking the spark. I know fat wood works, I know birch bark works, but that's, you know, there's certain areas where there's birch bark and certain areas where there's fat wood, but this works for people all over the world. Let's see how this does on some regular wood shavings. seems to do pretty good. These aren't curling up as much as some of those others, but they're still shavings. Now this side's acting like it's curling up a little bit more. Well, that one didn't. Those are pretty big there. Those are real coarse shavings. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to probably spend about an hour getting a big mountain of shavings so that I know I got enough. And then I'm going to get Nick out here with a timer to run the camera, and I'm going to make 6 piles, and he's going to time me, and he's going to give me 60 seconds, and I'm going to see what I can do in 60 seconds. Okay? I think I'm probably going to have to search around and find some more of this rotten wood for these really good curls. Like I said, no cheating. No grass, no cattail, no cotton balls, no funny stuff. All wood shavings. Alright? So, I'm going to make a big pile, and then we'll be back with you here in a little while. The cat's helping me. Every time the curls hit the ground, the cat chases them. Alright, I got Nick out here, and the cat has taken over the box that I was going to put the shavings in, so I just left him on the green thing. I think she's fixing to jump out. Alright, Nick, you got your stopwatch?
Yep.
He's got one of those wicked sun toes, and he's going to be timing me and doing the filming. So, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so what I've done here is I've laid some leaves down so I know that I'm in camera shot. And I'm going to put piles right in front of every one. Alright, now here's the fine shavings. Is that in shot, Nick?
Yeah.
Alright, those are the fine shavings. Those are going to go in here in just a minute. Right. Then I've got all of the larger curls right here. Nick, we won't need the stopwatch until I've got the piles set up, okay?
Yeah, I'm just setting it.
Alright, so what we're going to do, alright, I'm going to take a handful of these, I'm mixing these things all up, because I've got big ones and little ones in there. What we're going to do, there's a pile here, and a pile here. We're going to make 6 piles. I'm trying to grab the larger stuff here first. Now, can you tell, Nick, if all of these are going to be in shot?
Yeah.
Okay. All of them are in shot. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick out some more of the larger stuff. Put it on each pile. Putting the larger stuff on the top. Because you want coarse shavings and fine shavings. The fine shavings are going to be the ones that you want to strike onto. At least that's the plan. No funny stuff, this is all pure wood. Let's see. Get some more of this on each one. It's going to kind of take a minute here to
get this situated.
No, I know a way of getting all 6 fires lit in under 6 seconds.
I know.
Lighter fluid.
You and that lighter fluid.
It's become my signature thing.
It is.
Lighter fluid jokes.
That's hilarious. I know people are always talking about that. You and your lighter fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Now, like I said, no cattail, no grass. This is all just pure wood. This is wood that can be found anywhere across the world. You don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about finding, fat wood or birch bark or anything like that. Think that's enough on each one?
Definitely.
Well, I don't. Because I want success.
Hmm.
That pile's falling everywhere. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, all this right here that's left, let's just pull a little bit in the front. Because I'm starting to, the way I have picked through it is I'm starting to get some of the fine stuff that's left here on this tarp. Look, I got a little bit left. I wonder if I should make a 7th pile. Nah, that might be cheating. Let's just go with the 6 that I have. Go ahead and divvy it all up.
How's making the challenge harder cheating?
What do you mean? Oh, by adding an extra pile?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would.
No, I said, how is it?
Oh, because if one didn't light up, then I'd have an extra shot. But I think I'd rather just go with what I dealt with. See, now we're starting to get down to some dust right in here. Can you still see all 6 piles?
Yep.
Now comes the part here. Dang, Nick, are you that sleepy?
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that know, Nick ain't gonna wake long. Because this is summertime in Georgia. And I want to get out here and get this done. Alright, here's the real light, fluffy stuff. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a pile right at the front of each one. Because that's what I feel like I'll have the best opportunity for ignition, for turning a spark into flame. Hopefully these won't all, well, surely within 60 seconds they won't burn into each other. Got a little bit left here, a little here, a little here, a little here, a little here, here. Looks like I'm gonna have just enough. Now let's just dump it out on the end right here. Now, I was telling everybody in the last video that I did about ferro rods and stuff that I was going to get a square ferro rod. This is one of Nathan's, Nathan 4071 square. And I got a hex. But I'm not going to use these because people may say that they're cheating. So I'm just going to use a standard. Of course, this is one of Nathan's, but it's a round ferro rod, round 1/2-inch ferro rod, just like everybody else has. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in less than 60 seconds. Can it be done? You got your watch ready?
Yep. I may have to pan the camera up on that last pile though, 'cause to the
All right.
edge of the screen.
Alright. Well, you can follow me if you want to.
Yeah.
Or barely get this one in shot. Alright. Alright.
Ready?
Yeah.
And go. Oh,
What time is it?
23 seconds.
Oh, look. Oh, this one ain't going.
Oh,
Oh,
that one pile.
go.
Oh,
There it
see a
goes.
flame?
There it goes. You see it? It's flame. It is separated from the others. What time is it?
All right, I stopped it at 48 seconds.
I did it. I did it. I did it.
Man, if that one pile had gone sooner, it would have been like around 20 seconds or less.
Oh, man. That's awesome, Nick. That is awesome. That did great. Nothing but wood shavings. Man, that is fantastic right there. I didn't know it could be done. You know,
I
because
didn't either.
well, you know, sometimes you struggle with you struggle with these wood shavings and ferro rods trying to ignite them. You know, because that's why people carry cotton balls and wax makeup pads, and why they seek out pine straw and grass and things like that. But that little trick with the rotten wood, I think that did it. That absolutely did it. And as you can see, they're all sustaining themselves plenty. So if you did a fire this way, you know, you would be able to, you'd have plenty of time to put twigs and things on it. So that's fantastic. What'd you say, 40 something seconds?
48.6 seconds.
Here, stick your watch in front of the camera.
I don't know if you can see it.
That is fantastic. That makes me so happy.
I can make that out.
Huh?
Sure. It's a bit of a glare.
And they're still going. Man, that's wonderful. Success. Give me a high five. Rock on, man. Now, dare I say, before Nick came out here, I told Nick, I said, I made a joke. Because I set the percolator in the house to make coffee. And I made a joke and I told him, I said, we'll be done before the coffee's percolated. And if you'd have mashed the button on that coffee, as soon as I started striking a ferro rod, I would have beat the percolator. But anyway, I'm very, very extremely happy. And if you want to do this video, like I said, all wood, ferro rod, wood shavings, 6 piles of curls, feather sticks, whatever, as long as it's wood, see if you can ignite 6 different fires in less than 60 seconds. If you want to do it on camera and make a video, tell me in the comment section and I'll put your channel in my description box as tagged. Okay? If you're not a video maker, which, you know, there's a lot of bushcrafters that are not, just get out in a yard and try this. This is just, it's cool, and it'll teach you a lot about curls, feathers, and shavings. So anyway, I'm very happy. I can't believe it. What'd you say, Nick? 48 seconds. 48 seconds.
48.6.
All right. See if y'all can beat my record. That would thrill me. If that one fire hadn't have messed me up, I'd have been good to go then. What'd you say? Been under 30 seconds?
But might have been 20 seconds or under.
Oh man, yeah, that one fire I just kept striking and striking, and I don't know what happened. It must have been the placement of the curls, but anyway. Anything you want to add, Nick?
When are we getting 10 fires in 60 seconds?
Man, that'd be a tough one, but I think it could be done. If you was really careful with your piles of tinder, I think it could be done. So anyway, I had a great time. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you mess around with this and try. Nick, your cat's in our box again. These cats, you can't bring a box out here for nothing without them crawling into it. Go ahead and lay down. I know you want to. She's just sniffing. All right, so we shall see you in the next one.
See you later.